Alrighty. It's just like a Mustang. The thing's right there.
Oh, it's up higher.
Boy, you're retarded.
Well, I'm done working on cars, boys. I'm out.
Alright, see ya. Alright, but anyways, we're back with the Galaxie. As you can see, yes, I still have it. I still own it. This is definitely happening. This was not just a joke. As you can see, it's here, and we're gonna get it running, hopefully. So pretty much our first thing is, as you guys probably watched in the last video, it did fire. So basically if I just sprayed starter fluid in it, it should light right off. However, if I walk to the back of the car, I'll kind of show you. I also showed this in the last video, but it looks like the gas tank's pretty corroded, or at least this entire tube is, and I'm pretty sure the tank isn't going to be any different. I mean, I could smell it. You see the corrosion going down that tube? That's not really that good. So yeah, that's gonna be a big problem. So that's one problem I get to deal with, is the shifter isn't even hooked up. It does absolutely nothing. If you're unaware of how these work, the cover's off it, so now you can actually like see. It's pretty much just every time you pull it back, it pulls this thing a little bit harder, and then that's pretty much locked. So that's pretty much park, and then I think that would be reverse. Your neutral, one. Wait, I don't know. Oh, that was. I don't know. I can't remember, but you get the point. You pretty much just click it back a bunch of times. So yeah, we get to deal with this thing. I gotta figure out what fuse goes in this so it controls the fuel pump, because these are probably all out of order, so that's gonna be fun. But what I'll most likely do is I'll probably end up taking the pipe fitting side, so this is the inside. Actually, no. Yeah, this would be the side I'm taking. I pretty much take it off down here and then run this into an external gas can with good gas, and then I'll just cycle it up into the carburetor, and we'll see if that works. I'm probably gonna pull the top half of the carburetor off to see if it's all good and clean and whatnot. I'm gonna get rid of this piece of junk, because you bet your butt we're not gonna keep that turd. I don't like those. What were they, triangles of death or something like that, you know, where it sucks the air cleaner in? Because it just like it just disintegrates and it'll pull the air cleaner into the carburetor. We're not going to deal with that, but it seems like everything works pretty good, so it shouldn't be that difficult. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this line off down here, get an external can set up, and pull the top of the carburetor off, and we're going to start getting into this thing. Isn't this fun? Doing a car. It's so cool. Finally, yeah.
And it has power steering. What?
Yeah, I know, I forgot. Actually, look at that, power steering and manual brakes, darn it. Okay, so we're going along, starting to do everything in this car, and there's a couple things I noticed I want to touch on real quick. The entire fuel system is 3/8. I believe stock it was 5/16, so we'll most likely go back to the 5/16 because it doesn't need that large of a diameter hose for this engine, I don't believe. But most likely that's what we'll end up doing. The fuel, here's the main line that comes out of the tank. This is all varnished. We took that all out, and as you can see, all I did was just take a little piece of hose and put a bolt in it. And I went ahead and kind of cut it off and clamped it on there. So that's gonna go ahead and keep the fuel from kind of coming out. So pretty much now we need to go ahead and make a parts list. I gotta go get a bunch of fuel lines so we can route everything. And then another thing I noticed, there's a couple things I noticed which really I don't like. That's the first one. And that's how it was. I have not turned a wrench on this car yet. The only thing I've done is Michael took the air cleaner off. Here's the other one. Oh, that tube came out completely. Wait for it. Oh, did it again. That is it's a dipstick hitting the bottom of the oil pan. Yeah, so there's no oil on it. So this thing's completely dry. Does that concern me? So most likely what I'll end up doing next, because there's a couple signs now that are concerning me, is I will most likely pull this valve cover off and look at the rockers to see what the heads look like. And I'm just gonna start inspecting stuff. Another thing, don't cringe too hard. Yeah, you gotta listen. So there's a spring in this because it's a flex hose and it's completely deteriorated. Not only that, that's full of junk. Not only that, this radiator we're not gonna use anyways because it's, you know, not really wide enough. It's supposed to go like all the way over here. It doesn't, so that's not right. We're gonna have to run no radiator because I don't have one yet. And we're gonna take this hose off and I'm actually gonna see what's going on in here all the way to the water neck. I have a feeling we're gonna be doing everything to this car, flushing the cooling system, fuel system, oiling. We're gonna do literally everything. This is gonna be a little bit more than I wanted, but you know, basically in short terms, it's probably not going to run right now. So we're gonna try. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Hold on, I'll pull out my flashlight.
Man.
Oh.
Well, that's sick. So I'm pulling this hose off and it's going in the trash can because it's not really supposed to look like that.
Jeez.
Oh, God. Yeah, so what I meant by like full kind of project is I'm going to have to pull the hose off and we're going to have to pull the bottom of the water pump hose off. I'm going to have to stick a hose or something in this block and completely flush this block out because there's no way rust did not get in that thing. And if I put a new radiator in it and there's rust and corrosion in the block, it's just gonna plug a new radiator up. So I'm gonna have to flush this entire cooling system and start from scratch. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this hose off and we're gonna see what's on the bottom end. Oh God, I hate this. This is why I hate flex hoses. Don't buy flex hoses if you don't need to because they corrode. Look at that.
Oh my God.
You see that? Oh my gosh. This is gonna make a mess.
New what? Oh my God.
Oh gosh. This is pretty gross. See that? All over the ground. Don't use those. It's part of the spring on the ground. Oh yeah, that's great. So we're definitely not starting this today.
New water pump time.
See if you can.
Oh my God.
So can you guys see down there? This whole water neck, all the way to the thermostat, is completely going to be clogged with rust, like I just said. So basically, this car is 110% been sitting for more than 6 months. Someone could have started it 6 months ago, but it had no oil in it, no water in it. The whole cooling system's completely plugged. And I have a feeling this is gonna be more costly and more in depth than I wanted to do, but you know, it's all part of it. So this motor, as you can probably tell, it's got ceramic coated headers, a bunch of nice parts on it, but there's a lot of things that are corroded and rusty. So it's definitely been sitting for a good amount of time. I mean, I get it was by the beach, so it was a little bit more kind of close to salt water and erosion, but this has a lot of corrosion on it, so hopefully it's not too bad. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull one of these the valve covers off, and I'm actually gonna look under there to see what that looks like, because no oil, no cooling, you know, you gotta keep checking stuff. So it's a good thing we didn't just go for it and try to fire this thing up, because we would have definitely destroyed this motor instantaneously. Okay. That's not really, I should pop off a little easier than that. Oh. What the?
You got a rubber mouth?
I mean, yeah, but it shouldn't be that tight. The valve cover.
Oh my God.
Alright, let's see what this looks like. Oh God.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay, that makes it feel a little bit better. There's at least oil up top. Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That's actually really nice. You can tell this motor's been rebuilt because if you look really, really deep inside there, like all the markings and everything are perfectly clean. And all these bolts, you can tell they've been cleaned. So this is all good. Yeah, and the motor oil there's no water in it. That's new oil. So that's weird. I don't feel any in the pan, but there's some up top. It's kind of weird. But regardless, well, that makes me feel a little bit better. Okay, so next video stuff real quick, just more inventory stuff, I guess. We got gaskets, oil, fuel pumps, general stuff like that.
And a carburetor to put on it.
And yeah, we have another carburetor. We're gonna get pretty much everything to get it running.
Oh yeah, we can't use the fuel pump.
Yeah, well, yeah, we can't use the fuel pump, but we'll talk about it all in the next video, I guess, with the engine. We'll do a full video on trying to get the engine running in the next video, but pretty much a basic rundown. We do need a radiator because this one only fills up half of the core support, so we need a radiator, 100%. got a fuel pump. We're gonna need carburetor, got that. We pretty much got everything for the engine already, which is just our basic parts that you would normally need. You know, fuel line, carburetor, fuel pump.
Just basic tune-up stuff.
Yeah, so because this thing, you heard it fire in the video when we picked it up, so everything should work here, but we're just trying to get it running so I can move it over to the other side of the house to actually get the thing on blocks and actually start working on the car. So there's still a lot that needs to go on, but yeah, it looks like all the interior things, most of them are there, which is nice. So the only thing like right off the bat I know I absolutely do not have is the back window trim, that one piece, that one corner, which is really stupid. And then
All right, just totally like dark.
yeah, the only one that I don't have is that one corner window trim piece, which is really weird. I don't know why, that's the only one I don't have, which is kind of weird. Then the heater box, like I said, and I think that's it. I really don't know. I've never owned a 64 Galaxie. I don't really know what it needs. You know, if it was an F100, I could name every single thing I need. I probably would have it, to be quite honest. But, and I want you guys to keep in mind, this is really something you should probably do when you get a new project. It's really important to go through all the stuff you have and address what you need. Like, that's what we did right away. First time we got the car, we kind of I literally made a list, handed it to Sean, and I was like, we need to go get all this stuff. For the engine, he came and picked it up today, which is what we just got. That's what he came in with, all the engine parts, so we can get this thing running, hopefully. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really hope you found this somewhat entertaining. We're getting into it very, very slowly, but like I said, I have a job. I'm also full-time at school. I come home and get like 2 hours of daylight, so I'm just trying to make the best of it. But you guys wanted another Galaxie video, so I worked my butt off to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your comments and suggestions down below. We're gonna work on getting the motor addressed and settled and maybe even started right now. So stay tuned for that video. It's coming out soon. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe for the new project.